R7 and welcome back to some more Creative Sim here on the channel. And in this series we are taking some of my original Sims, which were made with multiple CC, but you know, a lot of it leaning towards alpha, and we are turning them into complete Maxis Match versions. None of that alpha CC mixed in, just all Maxis Match and EA. However, you know, I love my alpha hair, and when it comes to clothing and objects, like I've said in the previous ones, I think alpha and Maxis Match can actually fit along just because of materials, textures, finishes, all that different stuff. I'm not going to reiterate that in every video. However, I do know a lot of the clothes that I have do lean a little bit more towards alpha, but still, anyway, in this one, it is no alpha. None. Not at all. Zilch. Zero. And it was sort of weird for me going into Random Life, which is one of my series on the channel, one of my Let's Play series, where I'm basically, my sim is having to endure the randomness of the dice, and depending on what number I roll, depends on what thing I get, and based off of that thing, my sim has to do. So, her life is becoming very chaotic at this point in the challenge, but I wanted some of my own Sims in the sim world, out in the wild, for her to become friends with, interact with, maybe have some romances with, who knows? I just wanted my Sims there, some of my own, and also, you know, just sort of help populate the place as well. So yeah, I was like, well, you know what? I've always sort of wanted to see if I can make my Sims Maxis Match and still like them, and see how that process would go, what that would look like. So this is my best opportunity. So here we are, and we are here with a Sim who technically has never got a full-on, like, official name. And that is because she comes from a Creative Sim series that was on my old channel, where I did like an Among Us theme one. So I did a bunch of colors that, at the time, some of the colors were not technically official colors that you could pick for Among Us, but they were like modded colors. But I think now most of those colors are like actually in the game, like, you know, there's a lot more to pick, or maybe those are still mods. I don't know. I haven't played Among Us myself in a very long time. However, you know, I know it's still out there. I know quite a few people still play it every once in a while. So, but yeah, I created these Sims, and I sort of did like a little mystery thing with people if they wanted to try to figure it out in the comments, where randomly so many of the Sims were selected to be the imposter. I, for some reason, could not think of that word. I will cut out that pause so it won't sound like to you that I was trying to think for so long. But yeah, I was trying to think of it. I had a training session at work, and I work for a call center, and this training session was like learning verbiage and, like, you know, me trying to think about stating how I say things when I take calls, and I think that it's just totally messed with my brain. Anyway, my brain has decided it has had too much today. It is a day that I normally have off, but we had this training, so I had to work, and it's just like, no, I'm just done. But yeah, so she was one of them that was from that, and during that series, I also I used a wheel to decide whether it was, like, male, female, trans, like, I had a lot of other things that I decided, like, so some of those things were decided for me by spinning a wheel. And also who the imposters were randomly picked out. Oddly enough, Pink here, because she was the pink one, she actually was one of the imposters. But yeah, it was like a little thing that I tried to do that was sort of like an interactive, like, Creative Sim thing, where you can try to guess, and you got clues at the end of each video, on who the imposters might be. And I sort of want to do something like that again, and I'm thinking maybe a clue theme, sort of. Something along those lines. Let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see that in a future Creative Sim. The other one may be like a Town of Salem. Do something like that. Anyway, we'll figure out that later. Right now, this Creative Sim. So yeah, but that's where she's from. She is from my old channel. And the Among Us series, she was Pink. So obviously, I had to keep with Pink. Now, one of the things that I did with the ones that were imposters is I made sure that they had no scars, no, like, visible bruises, or, like wounds or anything. That was sort of the tell sign, is if someone had, like, a bandage on, or you could see visible bruises or cuts or scrapes, whatever it may be. They was not an imposter. That was one of the little clues that I don't know if people ever picked up on. But that was one of the things that signaled they wasn't an imposter. With her, I made sure, to keep her sort of more clean and sleek here. She did have like that little black mesh thing underneath there to try to give the pink color a little darker vibe, just a little bit. But yeah, so going through, trying to make sure to keep sort of her, like, vibe, her sort of style. I don't know what her style is. I'm gonna be really honest with you. When it comes to styles of clothing, styles of houses, more of vibes and feels of how you decorate a room, I am someone who I can't fully 100% pick out, like, yeah, there's some things where I'm like, yeah, that's 100%, like, for houses, let's see, like, modern. Oh, yeah, that's a modern house. But when you start getting into, like, types of modern houses, like, the subsets of modern houses, don't have an idea. I know a lot of things that are goth, but you start getting to, like, the goth vibes of, like, you get, like, pastel goths and, like, all this other stuff. I don't know. I have an idea of what I think something like cottagecore would be, but then I see other people saying this is cottagecore, and I was like, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not really good with those type of things, and I will never try to 100% say that I know that this is the Sim style. I just go with whatever the vibes I'm feeling and how I think it works for them. And yeah, this was her. That was her vibe. And I at one point I'll probably do it around here because I like to do it around when I say it so that you know why it's popping up on the screen. But yeah, I'll include a picture of what she originally looked like in her alpha any CC goes state. So the original version. And, of course, you will also see a picture at the end of the video of the Maxis Match version and the original version side by side so that you can sort of see what they look like and such. So, definitely look out for the end of that. But, yeah, with her, I definitely was trying to go for that vibe. Now, with her hair, at one point, I had her for, like, one particular hairstyle. Obviously, she has, like, the two little braids, or, like, they're not really braids, but, the two little pigtails that have, like, multiple rubber bands going down them, in the original. And, I don't know, some of the ones that I found that was closer to that, for some reason, I don't know, wasn't fitting her face, and it wasn't giving me the same vibe that I was thinking and feeling for her. Eventually, I went back to one that, even though the style wasn't necessarily as close to some of the other ones, for some reason, it, to me, fit her and gave the same vibe. I don't know, it was really weird. Like, with her, for some reason, the hairs that more closely fit to what her hair sort of looked like in the original, for some reason, just didn't look like her. It, like, gave almost too of a girly girl nicey vibes, if that makes any sense. She was an imposter. She hurt people. And I get it, technically you can be all girly and nice and have, like, an alter ego, or, sometimes people who turn out to be serial killers don't seem what you would think a serial could be like in their everyday life. I get that. However, for the purpose of this, I don't know. This hairstyle I ended up giving with her in the end. I don't know. It just, in my head, it fit better. I can't really explain it because you would think the closer one would fit her better, but I was just like, nope, I'm going back to that one. Now, also, with these videos, with the Maxis Match ones, I was showing a creation of all outfits, because one, I had the base sim already ready to go. I didn't really have to mold any face shapes, eye shapes, body shapes, I had the base sim. Plus, I sort of had an idea already of, like, a style that I was going for. Like, I had a model. I had somewhere to go from versus, starting with a blank slate and trying to mold it and create it and figure these things out as I'm going through the video. So, I actually get through creating these sims quite fast, especially, I will say, the male sims. The male sims, I already usually make them a little bit quicker, even with all of my alpha and some Maxis Match CC mixed in together. My main save files, like my main custom content files, I have a bunches and bunches and bunches of custom content for those versus my Maxis Match. That folder doesn't have as many, but still, the males still don't have as much to choose from. Just in general, I tend to, when I record these Create a Sim videos, males' videos tend to go faster than females. And, like, toddlers, I haven't done any infants since starting since infants came out. I haven't done any Creative Sims revolving around infants, but like toddlers and kids, they tend to go faster than young adults and teens and adults, you know. Anyway. But in this case, where I have that base, that foundation, it went pretty quickly. Like, it didn't take me too long to sort of get this going. However, with hers, something happened, and it stopped recording. So I don't think I have the finishing of the party outfit, and it doesn't show the last three, so the swimsuit, the summer, and winter outfits. So yeah, but anyway, you can at least see the main outfits and stuff like that, and the main outfit, obviously, you will see in the screenshots, which should be starting here soon, if not already. But yeah, so I was still ultimately happy the way she came out. So I think it definitely still gave her little imposter vibes going on her own little way. I do like the alpha or the original better. I can't even fully say alpha because like I said, with my main CC file folder, I do have some Maxis match, some CC in there that would be considered Maxis match. Now the hairs, obviously I always use alpha, but I guess simple terms, I'll just say alpha. But yeah, I definitely like the original better in her case. However, this was a sim that I already really liked to begin with. So I still like her Maxis Match version. Like, I think she still came out well. I liked seeing her. I don't think I've got to see her in Random Life just yet. But I do like her in the Maxis Match style still. However, I do really like her original better. And I also think the original still gives sort of that, like, fun vibe I was semi-going for her. But, you know, she's also the imposter, so like she's trying to put on a front of that she is friendly, but there's still like a creepy factor with like her eyes and stuff, like, cause something might not be quite right with her. She looks like she's all bubbly and happily and might be a nice person. However, there's something, you know, but I so yeah, with the original, you know, I feel like that vibe gives off more, but honestly in Maxis Match, a lot of times it's a lot softer, I think, and tends to be not as harsh. But anyway, maybe that's just my opinion. But let me know down in the comments below what you thought of Pink here. I forgot what name. I eventually actually gave her a name to put her in the Random Life file, but I don't remember what I called her. But yeah, she was for the Pink Among Us. So let me know your thoughts down below. Which version of her do you like better? Do you like the original or do you like the Maxis Match? And I'd like to know why. So yeah. And if by chance there's any Sims that you're hoping to see me turn into a Maxis Match, if like you've been a part of my old channel, or even any Sims that have been on this new channel, definitely feel free to mention them in the comments below, because I am still maxifying some Sims. So yeah, definitely like to know if there was any that anyone would like to see turned into Maxis Match versions. I am doing the Eevees, and they're probably coming up after this video, actually. I think they are the next one, so yeah, something to look forward to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know I love the YouTube goodiness. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one. And my headphones just fell off. Not that it matters because you can't see me. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye!